Hey, what's going on, guys? Shibby here. We're playing some more Battlefield 4, and I want to kick off the video by saying, anyone else out there with a GTX 580 video card having the issues I'm having? The things I've tried are old stable drivers that I know work on my card, the new beta drivers, or just different drivers in general. Use Driver Sweeper to get rid of all the files when making a clean install of said drivers. Using different programs to either overclock, underclock, or change the voltages on the card. Putting Windows in basic mode. Pretty much everything. Turning off firewall, turning off antivirus. Punk Buster keeps kicking me, I don't know. Just a lot of issues with Battlefield, and this did happen with Battlefield 3 for some time. That's another reason I just stopped playing it. The game just would not run on my video card. It's quite crazy. You might be thinking like, well, Shibs, your video card is overheating. Well, no, it's water cooled, so that's not the issue. I just don't know. I just don't think Battlefield titles play well on a GTX 580. And if anyone else is having these issues or you know a solution, please send me a message on YouTube. That would be very helpful. The funny thing about these issues, if I Google them, a lot of other people are having these problems as well. And I've pretty much tried all the other fixes, updating Punk Buster, changing different things in your registry to make Windows not time out as much. I don't know. But anyways, let's get into the topic of the video. We're talking about the Scar H versus the AK12 for the Assault class. So all this gameplay will be the Scar H from when I first unlocked it and then getting the first sight, and let's go from there. So let's take a look at the stats right quick. Looking at the maximum damage, that would be 34, and this is the stat that sets the Scar H apart from the other assault weapons currently available, because you'll notice that 34 means it is a 3-shot kill before the damage starts to drop off, and the damage drop off is at 12 meters. So you really don't get that 34 damage advantage over the AK12 for very long, but it definitely is noticeable. But does that really make a difference at the end of the day? We'll see. I don't think so, but we'll discuss it. Now let's dive into a more 1 versus 1 scenario of what is better on which weapon and advantages of each. So, advantages of the Scar H, more maximum damage, as I just talked about, 34 versus 25. So that's a 36% increase of more damage at close range. There's also more minimum damage, so the last one was maximum damage, now we're talking about minimum damage of 25. So you'll notice that the Scar H minimum damage is the AK12 maximum damage. So the minimum damage of the Scar H is 42% more than the AK12, which is 17.6. All these numbers are very, very close, if not similar, to Battlefield 3 when talking about a more powerful assault rifle compared to an average one where it was maximum of 25 and the minimum of that number. Damage drop-off starts a little further, so the damage drop-off for the AK12 is 10 meters, while the Scar H is 12, so that's 20% further. It's a bit faster with tactical reloads, so there's bullets left in your magazine. I'm not gonna say clip or chamber, although I think chamber would be correct in my mind, but magazine. So that's 5% faster. There's a much faster empty reload, so let's say the Scar H is 2.3 seconds, while the AK12 is 2.9 seconds. So that means the Scar H reloads 21% faster when there's no bullets in the chamber. Now you might be thinking, Shibby, this sounds great. The Scar H, just way better. It's more powerful and how you see damage. More damage, how you see damage. Which, off topic, we will do for Battlefield 4, but I need my issues to go away, and I need to play a lot in order to unlock all these attachments and all that crap, because when you guys are like, Shibs, I want to see this very obscure weapon with laser sight and thermal, that might be like 300 kills with that thing, and I might not have done that yet. So just keep that in mind for when we do start How You See Damage Battlefield 4, which we need a name for. I know Pwn Star and Level Cap, they have their kind of renditions of loadout and whatnot, but we'll have to think of a special name. So if you guys want to call it Battlefield 4 BF4 How You See Damage, that's fine. But if we have another different name that we want to go with, if How You See Damage is more towards TF2, then we can have a Battlefield 4 version called something else. So leave me ideas in the comments below for that as well, or if you have help with my 580 issues, drive me insane. Basically 580 different issues. All right, jumping into the advantage of the AK-12 over the Scar H. There's a slightly higher fire rate, so 680 rounds per minute versus 620 of the Scar H. That's 10% faster. There's a larger magazine of 30 compared to the Scar H20, which is 50% bigger, so pretty big change. The last advantage of the AK12 over the Scar H is there's less spread when standing and moving and crouching and moving, around 5 to 6%, so not quite a lot. However, the Scar H does have less spread when prone and moving, although I really doubt that these factors would really change your mind, like, well, the AK12 has a little bit less spread, therefore I'm gonna run around and just hip fire everything. I mean, if you're gonna hip fire, you'll probably pick something like a carbine or carbine, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I would probably go with that. Equal stats between the two weapons is the same drop off and distance of 70 meters, and then the other spreads such as aim down sights, standing not moving, crouching not moving, prone not moving, things of that nature. So when thinking of all these differences between these two weapons, and these are just two weapons so far, there's a bunch of other assault rifles coming for the assault class, and I can't wait to take a look at them. But I do think overall that the AK12 is the better weapon, even though the Scar H, its time to kill is pretty quick because it is a 3-shot kill compared to a 4-shot kill. Another factor I would consider is that the AK12 is easier to use if you are newer to the series or you don't have the best gun control. The Scar H is a little more wild because it does have more recoil. Anyways guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more Battlefield 4 and hopefully I'll see you guys next time.